Thank you all for coming today. If you're speaking, it's my turn to speak. Looking directly at you, Mom. So, as one of the honor people in the bridal party, I've been blessed with the opportunity to say some words. And I'm going to try to keep this brief by reading directly from my phone. Okay. A while back into their relationship, Rob sent Nikki a package. It was a 12 by 12 by 12 cube secured with locks, chains, staples, and nails. I don't remember what was in the box or what the note said, but I knew that I liked this guy. Finally, a goofy prankster to match my terrifyingly disrespectful sister. She put pepper in my toothpaste one year for April Fool's Day. She deserves everything. I have since come to appreciate even more about Rob, especially his playful demeanor, sarcasm, and wit. But I've also noticed a marked change in my sister. She was lighter, buoyant, effervescent. When I look at Nikki tonight, I no longer see a woman weighed down by hurt and the cruelty of life. When I look at Nikki tonight, I see my little sister, the girl that would boss me around in the backyard, the girl that would come to my defense when I was in trouble, the girl that I would learn Britney Spears choreography with, the inner child within a fierce woman, shining bright because she is now safe to play. I owe you my heartiest thanks, Rob, for creating a safe space for my sister to grow into the human that she was destined to become. I believe I can speak for everyone here when I say your love is blindly evident. You had some wet faces upstairs. And unless Anne was secretly cutting onions up there, I'd have to guess it was because a sea of passion courses through you both. The ebbs and flows of the tides, the rip currents, the still waters, the sunny days of great surf, ever uniting you in its volatility. But you two can survive anything. Thank you for loving my sister in ways that I didn't, couldn't, and can't. I am bewildered by the fact that you met her, got to know her, and said, "Yay, more." But I see now that she reserved a very special part of herself just for you. Thank you so much. I don't have a drink to toast, but if you have something to toast to the groom bride to, um, I wish you to joy, peace, and countless opportunities to prank and roast each other, and all of the happiness of life. Thank you so much for having me here.
Hello, wedding. I'm the maid of honor. I struggled for a while trying to pick the right story. 20 years is a while to know each other, and there are lots of stories to pick from. And I wanted to make sure I did it right. And choices are hard. I wanted it short, I wanted it sweet, and I wanted it just be what's unique about Nikki and the way that Rob helps her with that. And what I decided on was this. When we were in high school, separate high schools, we hadn't gone to school together in ages, I had some sort of apocalypse like family dinner happening with all of my siblings, which is a lot. And I called for a friendly ear to listen to me bitch about it forever. And Nikki showed up at dinner. And she didn't show up and sit next to me and like keep me sane. She showed up and sat across from my siblings and talked to them all night with infinite patience. And when after I told her she didn't need to have done that, she said, "Of course I did. I wanted you to have a good night." And that's exactly who she is. She's the fiercest friend I've ever known. And I have 100 things to wish for you, but in the end, I wish you joy, together as fierce as you love. I love you both.
All right. Everyone can hear me? Very good. Very good. Fantastic. So, Strom Thurmond, 24 hours and 18 minutes, longest ever filibuster. The doors are locked. Get yourself some new drinks. We're breaking a record. Traditions. Today was an observation of traditions. One of the things I noticed about today was that we did a lot of unique, different traditions. The 7 blessings and a few curses. Really enjoyed that. But then there were other traditions that were more traditional, if you will, such as the breaking of the glass, giving away the bride. And so, with some thoughts of that, I thought I would share a little bit of advice for the couple, although I feel like this advice may already be inside of their hearts, but here we go. How do we make traditions our own? Well, let's see. Eating pudding, I hear, is a tradition for a certain politician now. He likes to use his 3 fingers. And I am a mail carrier, for some of you know that, and I walk around all day, and I have 6 hours where I'm thinking to myself, like, what 3 fingers? Are we talking like this? Are we talking like this? Is it a scoop? Maybe it's this. I don't know. It boggles my mind. But then there are also other traditions in which there are no bases. For instance, the filibuster. Apparently, it just came into existence because the founders never actually put a rule in to stop debate. Thank you. But then you get married and you say to yourself, like, there are things that I like to do every year. Then there are things that the person you marry likes to do every year. For instance, I really love Halloween. Really love Halloween. My wife came from a country that doesn't celebrate Halloween. So I exposed her to Halloween. We watched Nightmare Before Christmas, and she really likes the movie. I'm like, that's a win. So then every year when we put Halloween decorations up, October 31st comes, horror movie, November 1st, I look at her and I say, hey, what if we didn't take down the Halloween decorations and just put Christmas decorations over that? And did Nightmare Before Christmas? And she says, no, we can't do that. That's not acceptable. I'm like, yes, but it would look good. She's like, no, you got to keep the holidays separate. Okay, all right, keep the holidays separate. Maybe, steal that. If you want to do it in your own home, please take a picture, send it to them. They'll relay it to me, and I'll use that as evidence for next year for why we should do it. Help me out. Help me out. But then, the oldest tradition is marriage. And what is a greater tradition than basically saying to all of your friends and family, you get in front of them and you say, listen, this person over here, they tolerate me. And I want to spend the rest of my life with them. That's a great tradition. I love that tradition. In fact, I did it myself. She tolerates me. Except for Halloween and Christmas decorations put together. I'm working on it. I'm trying. But then we have other traditions such as like the ring. The diamond ring, you give the ring. Anyone here know where the diamond ring originally comes from? Shout it out if you know it. No? Okay. Diamond advertisements in the 1900s. Look it up. It's pretty interesting history. Apparently, they just started advertising saying, men, buy your lady a diamond ring. Show her that you care. But the ring itself is a symbol. And as a symbol, I've always looked at it as a symbol of infinity. For the ring itself has no end. And when you place the ring on the finger, you're making a promise of infinity that, please, for the love of God, tolerate me for infinity. And if we can get there, that's great. Hopefully you will. But then I also think about, too, that like, where else does the ring as a symbol appear in nature? And I thought about trees. Because one of the things I noticed when I first came to Alabama to visit Rob and Nikki was that there are so many more trees than there were in Wisconsin for where I'm from. I blame the farmers. I think they cut down a lot of the trees. But there are so many more trees here. I was like, man, if I really could tolerate the heat, I could live among these trees. But no. But the ring in the tree, a ring in a tree is a year of life or multiple years of life. It's chapter being on. And, I hate to say it, but it is like, pretty well documented that after you get married, you kind of just start growing in size. You maybe eat that good, tasty food. You say to yourself, like, I don't got to worry about my figure. They tolerate me. I'm going to have that ice cream because I don't have to go out to the club and worry about if something jiggles in a way that it shouldn't jiggle when I'm trying to flirt with somebody. And so then you have to get a new ring. It has to get resized. Yet another ring. The rings keep adding up. because they are, in a way, chapters of your life. And so with that being said, I just wanted to say that, like, traditions and symbols are wonderful, but the thing is that it's the spirit that underlies them. And originally, when I came up with the speech, I was like, maybe I'll talk about this. But then I get here and there's all these wonderful traditions that they have, but then they also invent their own. And I'm like, I don't need to tell them this because they already did it. And I was sick as crap last night and I couldn't come up with anything new. So, hey, congratulations. You outsmarted me on this one.
Thank you, guys. Those are some lovely speeches. We appreciate it. We're going to get back to it. Here we go.